Your Majesty at your service. Welcome to Fair Queen Talks. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of my podcast, Within the Gift of Your Control. In an unpredictable world with so many variables, it's hard to have a sense of security in all aspects of your life, whether it be the economy, work, relationships, and so forth. This makes life difficult for those who crave predictability. Everyone needs to have some sense of control over their lives. This is a natural human desire. Control gives us a feeling of order, stability, and safety. Wayne Dyer once said, "You cannot always control what goes on outside, but you can always control what goes on inside." On this episode, I hope to support those of you who are feeling insecure about the world and your reality, and reassure you that despite what is going and happening around you, you can always find stability within yourself. When things used to round me up at work, one of my bosses used to go on and on about the following sentence and ask me this question: what is in the gift of your control? At first, I found this very difficult to process because I connected the difficulties of achieving my work objectives with different departments. And it wasn't until I realized and accepted that with or without changes in other departments, I could do something that would achieve some level of positive change. So, what is in our gift of control? What can we impact that will provide us that sense of stability and security when things around us are not secure? That's what I want to go through today. When you feel like things are out of control, focus on the things you can control to help ground yourself. For me, to ground yourself is to connect back to earth and your existence. It's about getting to a place that is your reality and seeing it for what it is. Often, when we are feeling out of control, our minds can lead us to an imagined reality and therefore not allowing us to face our actual reality. Also, because of this, it can cause us to create a narrative around our reality that may not be conducive to our growth and also not allow us to be able to spot or identify opportunities of our surroundings. With this being said, here are 10 things we can do every day to have some control in our lives. So, what can we control? Number one, your thoughts. You can focus on what's going right or what's going wrong. What you think is how you feel. So, why not focus on the positive? You get to choose if your thoughts are overall more positive or negative. So, cut back on the negative thoughts and happiness will follow. Number two, you can control your productivity level. In all aspects of your life, whether it's work or your family and friendships, each day you get to choose how productive you are in each aspect of your life. Make sure you're getting and setting the time up to nurture special relationships and reach out your personal goals. The third thing you can control is your view of yourself. We can't control what others think about us. Everyone will form their own opinion. What matters is how you see yourself. Be firm in how you know yourself and be confident in who you are and who you want to become. The fourth thing that we can do to control ourselves or what we're in control of is our work ethic. So every single day, you can choose to put the work in to grow your knowledge and success. No one is successful overnight, but if you choose to work hard or smart daily, success will come to you. Number five, your schedule. Having a routine is key. So if you include one thing you know you can do each day, you will set yourself up for a feeling of success and accomplishment. Even something as small as making a bed each day can make it feel something very rewarding. So a good routine and good habits lead to success for just a day. And that's something that we can control. Number six, we can control how we treat others. Think of the golden rule: how you treat others or treat others the way you want to be treated. So you can't change the way people treat you, but you can always choose to treat others better. And I would say, even when people treat you with unkindness, kindness goes a long way. It may not change them in a moment, but when you respond with kindness, people do take note and their hearts do become softer. Number 7, your meals. What goes in your body will show on the outside. And the better you eat, the better you will feel both physically and mentally. So I love me some good snacks, but making sure that I have at least one thing that is good for my body every day allows me to feel much better. So watch what you're eating and make sure you get some good nutrients in your body. Number 8, your level of honesty with others and yourself. Honesty truly is the best policy. It fosters better relationships with others and with yourself. When you're honest with yourself and others, you can be more transparent, truthful, and you will trust your own decisions. Number 9, the imagery, you allow in your head. This goes in line with your thoughts. You get to choose what goes into your brain and stay in your mind. The TV shows you watch, the articles you read, the podcasts you listen to have an impact on your perspective and worldview. So put good things in your brain. Watch things that allow you to feel better about yourself and improve things and bring positive thoughts and perspectives into your mind. So expose yourself to good things. If you think of that quote, see no evil, hear no evil, and speak no evil, you want to foster good things to you so that whenever you're in a moment of stillness or you're just reflecting, that you'll have those good things with you. And lastly, number 10, you can control the structure of your space. You can control how clean your space is. I know personally, I feel a lot better when things are clean and organized. And when things aren't clean and organized, I know that something is happening within. So please take responsibility for your choices and go easy on yourself for what's out of your hands. Live each day with the intent of being productive, positive, and grateful. A grateful attitude, gratitude changes everything, and you'll be able to see joy and find joy in the small things around you. Tim Hawkey once said, "You can't calm the storm, so stop trying. What you can do is calm yourself. The storm will pass." I personally struggle with feeling overwhelmed. And when I look back at things that overwhelm me, it may seem really small to others, but at the time that I'm feeling overwhelmed, it feels like the biggest deal to me. And when I get to a place where I am grounded and ready to take control of myself and my mind, I look around and see all the things that I've neglected in the time that I've been overwhelmed. It is for this reason that I find it so important to decide what we do when we go to autopilot mode. So, what I mean by this is, what is our automatic response when we feel overwhelmed or stressed? So instead of lying down in bed for an extended amount of time, for example, find different responses that will actually help you in your current reality. So I'm going to share you two examples of two people that I know personally and what their response is to stress or feeling overwhelmed. So, although the first person, although not being officially diagnosed with OCD, they are what I would call a neat freak. And when feeling stressed, they will go overboard with everything and make sure everything around them is spotless. As an outsider, it can look very exhausting as they're not dealing with the actual stress. However, it's easier for them to deal with stress when their home environment is clean. Another person, when feeling stressed or overwhelmed, works out at a gym. When I asked them why they do this, they said if they don't do that, they will struggle with their mental health. And this is because this person has identified the impact of serotonin molecule in their body when they exercise. So both these individuals deal with stress and feeling of overwhelmed in a different way to a lot of people. However, their autopilot response is one that may seem labor intensive. And I would not advocate for anything in extremes because anything that's extreme is not healthy. However, the benefits of their specific automatic responses to stress outweigh the benefits of lying in bed for extended periods of time. And what I've learned from these two examples is that when you do feel stressed, your body and your mind will go to an autopilot mode. So, whatever your first response is when you have stress, whether it's overeating, lying in bed, crying, find something that will actually help you. So, maybe go for a walk or do something different every time you do feel stressed, and you'll find that it will help you in the long term. So, finding your autopilot mode can be a journey in itself, but find something that has positive benefits to you. Like I said, walking, dancing, cleaning, exercising, and like the examples I shared today. Your response to stress will impact you. What you have control over is what your response will be, and the response is to yourself. What is in the gift within your control is your decisions. And when making a choice is difficult, create good habits and physical responses to stress. So, when I think of what's in the gift of my control, is that I can control my mind. I can decide to change my perspective. And hopefully, whatever is happening in your life or whatever's happening around the world, so many things are happening. What can you control? What can you change? And focus on that. Because when you think about the things that you can't control, that in itself can overwhelm you. So hopefully, this will strengthen you during this time when a lot of things are going wrong and people are struggling. So thank you very much for listening. At the end of each episode, I address the queendom. You can't calm the storm, so stop trying. What you can do is calm yourself. The storm will pass. So ground yourself and work on your response to the storms of life. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of my podcast, Bear Queen Talks. See you next time.